It looks like everybody's covered about everything I was going to say, but being an old fart, old senior citizen, I grew up in South Minneapolis Catholic school, so repetition was a big thing. So I'm going to repeat some of these things. And one of the things I do remember is when I was bad, I got hit on the head with a ruler in the hand. So that's one of the big things I learned in Catholic school. But no, I played, and I played because I had fun, and I did love the game of hockey. I also did it, as Neil alluded to, is friendship. And that's what you kids are doing. Minnesota is the greatest place to play hockey. To be with your friends, you got to remember that. I also do it, and I did it, and I still do, is to compete, whether it's hockey or whatever. Back in my days, we used to play a game called Parcheesi. I don't know if anybody saw the board games, but I'd play with my mother and some of her friends. And I wanted to win, even when I was 8, 9, 10. And when I was losing, I used to turn the board over. And then my mother would jump up, and she'd say, "You're suspended for 3 days, you won't be able to play." So it was a game, but I wanted to keep competing. I did learn about some rules back then, and I think that's very important about the whole thing about sports. We're always in such a hurry to go somewhere, but we forget where we're going and why we're going. And that's, I think, one of the big deals we're trying to put across to you young people, is to make sure to take your time. And I did that, and my son Eric did the same thing. So I get, my question is, why do I want to stay at home? Or why do I want to go to play hockey somewhere else? I think for you guys, you know, you're going to have fun staying at home. You got your social, your family, your friends, and your school activities. You're going to miss out on a heck of a lot of things if you leave home to go play hockey somewhere else. You got your proms, you got the movies, just going home with each other down the street, walking around, just talking, doing other things. Because once you leave and go play hockey somewhere else, it's going to be a job. Mark my words. If you go play junior hockey, these coaches, the general managers, are being paid. What are they being paid for? My own opinion is not to develop the players. They have to bring in the fans. With the fans, they bring in people who are going to spend some money on concessions and adult beverages. And if they're not winning, they are going to lose their job. So they're going to be doing that. So if you do leave early, be prepared. You're not going to have your own bed. You're going to make your own meals, maybe. You're going to have billet family, but it's not the same. Back in Minnesota here, the schools are a good place. They're easy, access is there, your friends are there. One thing to remember, before you leave anywhere, you got to make sure you're the best of the best. You got to be the best player on your team. You got to be the best player in the state. Neil's talked about the odds of being a professional hockey player are very, very slim. And take care of business with your education first, and bring the fun and experience from hockey from the high school. Keep that in mind. You're going to be told, they are going to say, "Why don't you leave? Competition in Minnesota is not that good. Come and play with us. We're going to make you a man. You're going to be a better hockey player. You're going to be more opportunity to be scouted." I disagree completely with that. If you're a good hockey player, you can prove it by showing that you are good. Again, being the best of the best. The competition here in the state of Minnesota is one of the highest. Starting with the elite leagues and the high performance things, they're the top end. So why go somewhere else? This weekend is a prime example of being scouted. Again, I work for the Montreal Canadiens, and I see many, many scouts here. I see college scouts. I see junior scouts. They're all here. They're here to see you. I've got a system on my computer called RinkNet. 95% of the scouts in the National Hockey League have that. I can tell you right now, every one of your kids' name is on my RinkNet. So we know who you are. So why would you go somewhere else? Why would you take the chance to go somewhere else when everything is right in front of you here? Your family, your friends, great competition. You have to do it yourself. Neil said it. I mean, you got to love the game. You got to work on your own. You got to go to your own garage, set up your own planning. If you want to be a hockey player, you can be a hockey player. But you don't have to spoil your youth and go somewhere else. Again, my son Eric, he stayed at home. He was a good hockey player. He was offered Westrum Junior USHL. He didn't go. He stayed at home. He went and played college hockey. He played some with the national hockey. He went over to Europe. Got a degree at Carlson Business School, and he's doing very well now. His professional career ended early with concussions. If he didn't go to school and just went the professional way and this happened to him, where would he be and where would he be going? These are things you have to keep in mind. My recommendation when you get out of here this weekend is to sit down with your parents and talk about these things that have been brought up here and make some decisions. And then if you don't go on to Buffalo or when this evaluation process is done this spring for you, take a couple months off from hockey for the model camp. Have some fun. Go fishing. Run around with your buddies. Go to the movies. Do your dryland stuff and enjoy your life and think about where you're going to go. Again, that's my opinion. I'm proud to be a part of Minnesota hockey. This may be the best group, 16 to 17, that we've had since I've been involved since 1986. So, again, congratulations to everyone.